Emotions ran high in a Kentucky courtroom today as a man accused of killing a 7-year-old girl faced a judge, what his attorney said after the hearing.
Tonight, the U.S. State Department has a new warning for Americans planning to travel overseas in the next few months.
Coming up, I'll tell you how a local church made 5 families' Thanksgivings a little brighter.
This is WKYT News at 11.
And good evening. The charges are so terrible, even the judge choked up in court. Today, the man accused of killing a 7-year-old girl in Allen County made his first court appearance.
State police charged 38-year-old Timothy Madden with multiple charges, including murder and rape. They say he killed Gabby Doolin after she disappeared from a football game in Allen County earlier this month. Sean Moody has the update on the case. He's at the live desk with our top story at 11. Sean?
Hey there, Amber. There was a whole lot of emotion in that courtroom. 7-year-old Gabriella Doolin's mother sobbed throughout, and even the judge appeared to hold back tears once or twice. She entered a not guilty plea on Timothy Madden's behalf. It was tough to keep emotion out of the equation in Allen County District Court today. 7-year-old Gabriella Doolin's family was right up front. Her mom, Amy, tried but couldn't contain her grief. The judge read out loud each accusation against Timothy Madden.
The defendant did commit the offense of murder when he did intentionally cause the death of Gabriella Doolin, a child under the age of 12, by manual strangulation and drowning.
It was a little rocky in a couple of spots, but the judge made it through before deciding Madden's bail.
$1 million full cash.
And about 10 minutes after Madden's arraignment began, it was over. Madden has said that he's innocent, and his attorney, Travis Locke, cautioned people not to jump to conclusions.
Every human being that is accused of a criminal offense has the right to due process, no matter how heinous that crime may be.
Kentucky State Police say they have DNA evidence linking Madden to the crime. Locke says a preliminary hearing will help them better understand the case the Commonwealth will present against Madden. Regardless of all the emotions surrounding the case in the courtroom and beyond, Locke emphasized that Madden is entitled to a fair trial.
The right to present a complete and meaningful defense, and the right to a competent attorney to provide vigorous defense representation. And finally, and most important, the right to the presumption of innocence.
Locke said he expects to learn more about the evidence that the Commonwealth plans to use against Madden during that preliminary hearing. At the live desk, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Sean, thank you. Madden's preliminary hearing has been scheduled for December 2nd, a week from Wednesday. Today, prosecutors said they would seek the death penalty against 2 men charged in connection to the shooting death of a Richmond police officer. Raleigh Sizemore is charged with murder, Gregory Ratliff with complicity. Police say Sizemore shot Officer Daniel Ellis at a Richmond home earlier this month. They say Ratliff led the officer into an ambush. Both suspects have pled not guilty.
New tonight, Lexington police have issued a golden alert for a missing woman. Police say that 53-year-old Barbara Garcia left a facility on Buckhorn Drive late this afternoon. She was last seen at the Circle K store on Buckhorn just before 6 tonight. Police say that Garcia has mental disabilities and once suffered a traumatic brain injury. They say that she may become violent if she's cornered, so police ask you to call them if you see her. New tonight, a Lincoln County family has lost just about everything they own because of a house fire. The fire started around 2:30 this afternoon along Goshen Road near Stanford. Firefighters say by the time they arrived, the flames had already tore through the house. No one was home at the time and no one was injured. But firefighters say that 3 of the family's dogs didn't survive. The family says firefighters did everything they could.
They have salvaged like some little toys or trinkets, but as far as clothes, shoes, anything, we don't have nothing left.
The family says they also lost some Christmas presents they had already bought. Firefighters are not sure what caused the fire. For now, the people who lived in that home are staying with other family members. A fund is being set up to help them at People's Bank of Kentucky and Stanford. The American Red Cross is also helping.
New tonight, the U.S. State Department has issued a worldwide travel alert for Americans because of the threat of possible terrorist attacks. It comes just before the holiday travel period and on the day before a meeting between President Obama and the French president. Greg Boswell has the latest.
The State Department is urging Americans to stay alert in public places and large crowds. The worldwide travel alert warns people to exercise particular caution during the holiday season and at holiday events. The State Department says terror groups like ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, and others continue to plan attacks using conventional and non-conventional weapons. Officials say there are no credible threats to the U.S. But a new CBS News poll shows 69% of Americans are concerned about a terror attack happening on U.S. soil in the next few months, and 2/3 don't think President Obama has a clear plan to deal with ISIS. Tuesday, French President François Hollande is expected to tell the president that the imminent threat from ISIS is an emergency that requires immediate action. Investigators still have not found Salah Abdeslam, the terrorist in the Paris attacks who got away. On Monday, a street sweeper near Paris found an explosive vest without its detonator that contained shrapnel and the same kind of explosives used in the November 13th assault. Brussels will also remain at the highest alert level for at least another week.
I can confirm that the threat for an attack is imminent and serious.
Abdeslam was last seen in Belgium. Craig Boswell, CBS News, the White House.
The State Department says the worldwide travel alert is in effect until February 24th.
New tonight, the Fayette County Board of Education has voted to hire national experts to review school district operations and services. School leaders say there will be 5 external audits as part of Superintendent Manny Kalk's listening, learning, and leading plan. He asked the school board to spend $600,000 as part of an organizational and structural review of Fayette County schools. The reviews are expected to begin in January.
It is going to be another chilly night, but it looks like some warmer air will be heading our way soon. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has an early look now at your forecast.
Yeah, temperatures on the way up over the next couple of days, but as you mentioned, it's not as cold as what we had this morning, but still it's a chilly evening that is out there across most areas. 34 in Lexington, Mount Sterling, Danville already, and even freezing. Hello, London, Somerset. Temperature at 30 degrees, mid to upper 20s into those valleys of southeastern Kentucky. As of now, 26, the cold spot in Monticello. Defender Radar Network got the clouds into the mix, and we can't find any clouds. How about that as we go through the day tomorrow? Temperatures in the morning into the upper 20s, mix of sun and clouds into the afternoon. Those are high clouds, but overall, that's a good-looking trip tomorrow, no matter where you are going, to work, to school, and coming back home. Thanksgiving looking good. Thanksgiving weekend, not so good. We've got changes that are on the way, courtesy of a cold front and area of low pressure that I will track with the hour-by-hour forecast when I come back in less than 10 minutes.
With Thanksgiving just a few days away, members of a Lexington church decided to celebrate with some random acts of kindness.
They did. So they surprised a few shoppers at a Kroger tonight with $50 towards their groceries. As Monique Blair tells us, new at 11, people who received them were very grateful.
Who's got the turkey and who's got the ham?
Just days before Thanksgiving, a time when we spend a lot of money at the grocery store as we prepare for the holidays. Our cameras were rolling Monday night as members from a local church set out to offset some of those costs, doing exactly what this season is all about: giving.
I'm a pastor from Perfecting Praise Church, and I just wanted to reduce your bill by $50 more.
The reaction to this random act of kindness, well, left many of the recipients speechless.
I just want to bless you and your family in this holiday season.
Okay, I think we're shocked.
Thank you so much for accepting. It's all right.
5 unsuspecting customers left Kroger with a cart full of $50 worth of free groceries and a heart full of thanks.
Oh, it helps me a lot because I worked hard for this money for 2 weeks.
It's so good to know that there's still people that care about one another.
Perfecting Praise Church pastor LaRon Tanksley says members of his church congregation wanted to do something positive for the community, something to take away the negativity that has impacted the world lately.
We're here to make a difference. We're here to show this community that we love them, that God still loves them, and that there is hope for this community.
In Lexington.
Give me a hug.
Of course I will.
It'll be a good Thanksgiving. It'll be a perfect Thanksgiving.
Monique Blair, WKYT.
I love the expressions on their faces when they figured out what was going on. Perfecting Praise Church on Georgetown Street held its first service in September.
Tonight, Lexington police are trying to figure out who shot and killed a teenager who was sitting inside an SUV.
Police say they found 18-year-old Jamal Gossett dead last night along Kent Drive near Rogers Road. They have not made any arrests for the murder, and they have not said anything about possible suspects. One of Gossett's former teachers said he was a hard worker and a good person.
An amazing young man. He had an infectious smile. He worked hard for all of his teachers, including me, and he was just a pleasure to be around.
Gossett recently graduated from Bryan Station High School. Friends say he had been working at a restaurant. New tonight, 2 men now admit they played roles in the shooting death of a Lexington man last year. Our news partners at the Herald-Leader report that Chauncey Ingram pled guilty to manslaughter, robbery, and evidence tampering, while Savon Thompson pled guilty to facilitation, robbery, and evidence tampering. Police say the victim, 19-year-old Jeffrey Adams, was shot during a robbery on McCullough Drive last October. Ingram and Thompson will be sentenced in January.
Tomorrow, Montgomery County School plans to honor a teacher who died in a crash. Last Friday, investigators say Sheila Baker's van pulled out into the path of a truck, causing the crash on Main Street in Jeffersonville. She died at the scene. Baker taught science at Mapleton Elementary. Tomorrow, the school is honoring Baker by asking students and teachers to wear purple. The school also plans a balloon release and poem reading tomorrow afternoon.
Knox County schools will be closed tomorrow after a couple of threats in recent days. District leaders sent all students home early today after a bomb threat at Knox Central High School. Barberville police say a student is now in custody for that threat. Investigators say they did not find anything at the school, and this comes after school leaders say another student threatened to bring a gun to Knox Central last Friday.
In Garrard County, deputies have charged a man they say escaped from them twice. The sheriff's office says Lancaster police arrested 31-year-old Jason Lear after he broke into a home on Lakeview Drive. They say Lear was complaining of leg pain as police were taking him to jail. Police say when they stopped to check on Lear, he escaped and ran into a nearby field. Police were able to chase him down and rearrest him, but they say when he was being booked into the Lincoln County Detention Center, he escaped again. He was later arrested in Lincoln County. New tonight, more people have joined the lawsuit against the woman whose claims sparked the Louisville basketball sex scandal. 11 people are now part of the lawsuit against Katina Powell and the publisher of her book, Breaking Cardinal Rules. 5 of them are students at the University of Louisville who claim Powell's book hurts both U of L's reputation and their ability to get jobs after graduation. Others who are part of the lawsuit are people named in the book. Powell claims a former Louisville staffer paid escorts to have sex with recruits.
An Eastern Kentucky man serving time in prison has found a way to help a Johnson County church damaged by flooding. Inmate Rocky Dale Atkins is restoring church pews from the Red Bush Enterprise Baptist Church. Atkins is serving a 14-year sentence for manslaughter at the Eastern Kentucky Correctional Complex in Morgan County. Once the church found out Atkins could help, members sent the pews to the prison. He's restoring them in the prison workshop. Atkins says while he's giving back, this project is also helping him connect with God.
And that's what I enjoy about it. Something to pass my time, occupy my mind. Beats sitting in the cell all the time.
Atkins began working on the pews about a month ago. He expected to have them all finished in the next few weeks.
Some changes are coming to a mural that's caused some controversy on the University of Kentucky campus. UK says the mural inside Memorial Hall shows the history of Lexington, but some people are upset because it shows African-American people working in a tobacco field and playing music for white dancers. So UK leaders decided the mural should be covered up.
It was painted in the 30s at a time when our campus was very different, and our full understanding of history was quite different.
There is no specific timeline to cover up the mural, but UK leaders say it will be done soon. UK will then try to find a more permanent solution.